Trenton. A little tired, but it was a good workout.
A lot of tired.
Well, because we were up early, really early.
Mm-hmm. We are, though.
Yes, we are. Anyway, before we get going to doing what we need to do for the rest of the day, you and I were sitting here and talking about
eating habits.
Eating habits, because we feel that maybe one of the things people struggle with a lot is eating. People like to eat.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Well,
everybody likes to eat.
Yes, but what is the key when you talk about?
It's about what you eat and how much of it you eat, and always being mindful of what you're taking in. Even if you have the moment where I think what I said was, I'll have junk. I'll have junk, but then there's not a moment that I have junk where I don't have that moment where I pause and think, and I consider what I've done physically in terms of whether or not I've been to the gym or had a workout recently. I think about what I've eaten, what else I've eaten that day. I definitely think about what's in it, because there's some things that I'm once I ponder it, I'm not going to go for it. Like I said, it's been years since I've had chili cheese fries, and I like chili cheese fries. I haven't lost a taste for chili cheese fries, but at any moment, I just can't wrap my mind around taking in all that fat. The oil from the fries, the oil from the cheese, the oil from the chili. I can't. I don't care how much of a workout I've had. I'm not going to have that kind of stuff. But that's just too much grease. You have to draw the line somewhere.
Well, you said something that I think was very important, because you talked about before that you work out and what you do, making sure that you work out. I've heard people use this particular phrase: "I work out so I can eat."
But then that puts you right back where you were. Right. So if you burn 300 calories,
right,
and then you go and eat something that's 300 calories or more, you put yourself right back to where you were before that workout. So if you're thinking that you're going to lose any weight from that process, you're just restarting yourself all the time. If not digging yourself a hole. If you burn 300 calories and you're taking in 600, then you have an extra 300 that is just going to sit on you. Right. So you just have to be, it's not about like deprivation all the time, but it's about being mindful, I think.
Right. And another thing you mentioned, you said you haven't had cheese fries in a while, but you did also mention when we were talking before that there are some things that you like that you will still have. So
I love ice cream.
Right. So.
I'm not going to stop having ice cream. I'm not going to have ice cream every day.
Right.
Because I can't, I'm not 20 something years old anymore. I can't do that and not notice, not pay for it. I can't eat all that crap that I used to. Right. But I'll have the ice cream. But I'm also going to be one who's going to maintain a few days of workout every week, and with some help of some genetics, I also don't gain weight quite as quickly too. So I get a little wiggle room there. Yeah. But there are some things I'm not willing to give up.
Yes, and you talked about about genes and you have that benefit of you don't have like what I have in my family.
The fat gene?
We got the fat gene. And we're bread addicts. You know that. We love our bread.
I like cheese.
And you know I'm one of them. So you're lucky in that respect.
Yeah, I get away with some things.
Yes, you can get away with some things, but some of us can't get away.
But, and the older you are, the less likely you are, regardless of what your genes are.
Right.
You don't have the metabolism of a 20-year-old anymore. You just don't.
Right. In your class that you teach, there's a segment that you teach about the body. I can't think of about it exactly how you say it, but I think you said some of us are predisposed to
Yeah, the idea of the weight set point. So based upon your genetics and kind of the history you've had of eating, there is a certain, called the weight set point. There is a pre-programmed weight or body size that your body strives to maintain. And some people have a high weight set point, some people have a low set point. So you could have, if you have a high weight set point, you could be working out and the weight is going to come off, but it's going to come off a lot slower because your body is saying, I don't want to be skinny. So it's fighting against it. It doesn't mean that you can't. It just means that you might have to work extra hard compared to the next person.
Right.
Because, I mean, I'm a person that typically I can drop a pound or two in a couple of days if I need to. And not by starving myself. Just a couple of trips to the gym and being mindful of what I eat for the next couple of days, I can drop a couple of pounds.
Right.
But that's because I'm naturally small. I have small parents. So I'm, my mom was 58 years old and she's only so big. So I have a lower weight set point.
Right. And I probably have a higher weight set point. Hence why, where you can do, for me, something where if I had my bread, for example, now the bread where I'll probably have a, my arm is getting tired. We'll switch a little bit. Let's see. What will happen with me is where I do a little bit better if I'm making sure to get in the water. The water makes such a big difference for me, because then I'm too full to even have my bread that I love so much. But how I can then, if I do have my bread, and I indulge in, hey CJ, and I do indulge in having my bread. Pretty much like you, I work out like a fiend. That's something that
way more than I do.
Yeah, I will work out. That is not a problem.
It's crazy like that.
Yeah. I start getting if I don't work out. I mean, I have to.
I do that during the workout.
Well, with some of Gail's workouts, I feel like I do that too. I'm shaking, but I have that, and I use that to my benefit with the particular things. But as far as losing the weight, as long as I make sure that I've noticed that I drink my water, and that water, I use the prescription that Gail gave me from the very beginning. I try to drink half my body's weight in ounces.
I would just float away. I tried that.
It's hard, especially when I'm at work. I'm too busy. I'm focused on, I'm working. I'm being a worker. I don't have time to get water. So sometimes it is a challenge, but it does make a difference. But yeah, this was a very good conversation that we were having about, people just enjoying eating, but maybe enjoying eating a little bit too much. And something I don't think you mentioned during this conversation when we were talking before was the M word.
Moderation. That's what it's about. I think a lot of people feel like they're going to be deprived of something, but it's being mindful that you can have the treats. You can have the treats. You can't have the treats every day. I told Pam, it's been probably a year since I've had French fries with nothing on it, no French fries whatsoever. And if I were to have French fries today, I probably wouldn't pay for it all that much on my body.
If I had French fries today, I'd be on the toilet.
You're distracting this conversation,
but because that kind of grease really gives me a stomach ache.
Yes, but that's irrelevant for the moment.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
talking about the oil. I mean, I could have it and not really pay for it in terms of weight gain, and so I would be perfectly fine. What I wouldn't do, though, is I'm not going to have French fries today, and I'm not going to turn around and have them again tomorrow or later this week. If I have French fries today, it'd probably be another 8 months to a year before I have them again. Now, you don't have to be that restrictive. It's just that the idea of the oil, I can't mess with the oil like that.
I can't mess with the oil like that either. I can't. I'm at this point where the smell of it makes me
fried
sick.
Food. Yeah.
Fried chicken. The smell of that, I'm just talking about it and I'm starting to get a stomach ache. I do. I'm to that level where the smell of something frying makes me sick.
Yes. So,
but that's part of the change.
I don't have that reaction. It's just a matter of I don't really crave that kind of stuff. But every now and then, I like ice cream. I like stuff with cheese. I had some stuffed mushrooms.
You like cheese.
I like cheese. I'm fine.
Oh, you're fine. Good.
Yeah. And I had stuffed mushrooms last night, and I used to like mushrooms. I like mushrooms. But I don't feel deprived because when I want it, I have it. I just understand that I can't have this stuff all the time, right? And portion size and eating this stuff as a part of your regular diet every now and then, it's not going to kill you.
Portion size. We say portion size.
In this country, we talk about this in class too. We have no understanding in this country what an appropriate portion size is. I mean, we have places where you can eat all you can eat. Nobody should be eating all they can eat.
So stop going to Golden Corral, okay?
Just stop in general.
The home buffet. Don't go. Besides, the food is crap.
Yes, but that's a lie. Nobody needs to be eating that. Just to teach your body to know when you're full.
Right. And so even highlighting more on portion size, because I go by the rule. I take a plate. I look at a plate and I think about taking that plate and dividing it in half. And when you divide the plate in half, on half of that plate is your vegetables. The whole half of the plate, vegetables. And then that next half, you put that in half. So now you have a quarter. And 1/4 of that plate is your protein. which another way to do it, and I got this from reading it, I think the protein is about the size of your palm. And then the other part, the rest, is like a fistful of some sweet potato, not with any kind of butter or any kind of thing like that, or some brown rice. Those are my two mainstays.
Well, I have to have butter on things. I know. I like dairy. And
you don't like milk?
No, I don't. I like milk products. Ice cream, cheese, butter.
Oh, okay.
But that too, in moderation. You can't go drowning stuff in butter and cheese.
Mm-hmm. We know somebody out there who is drowning something in some butter and cheese. We're not going to say your name, though.
We're not going to put you on blast.
Okay, so we've talked about moderation. We talked about portion size. Hopefully people get a better sense of portion size. Like back again, people like to eat. Mm-hmm. So, say for example, you're someone who has a love for food, and it's not even just food in general. It's not saying, oh, I have a love for some vegetables, or I have some love for some grilled chicken. I got love, like for today, we went to breakfast. I had an egg white omelet chicken.
Yeah.
Omelet.
That's it.
The protein. And someone else would be like, that's not food. Where's the pancakes? Where's the Belgian waffle?
Have the pancakes, have the Belgian waffle. You cannot have that stuff every day. Mm-hmm. It should not be the most part of your diet. It just can't. That's a lot of carbs. Oh my God, that's a lot of carbs.
Mm-hmm. And so technically what I do is when we go out to breakfast, like today, we worked out with Gail, had a great workout, went and had
egg whites.
It was a big one. It was like a long, big omelet. I only ate half of the omelet. Mm-hmm. And you can do that as you are progressing. You're drinking water, you're getting your exercise, you're starting to having smaller portions. You get to the point where you naturally can't eat all that much anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do, usually on a Sunday, maybe, not every single time, I will have my waffle. And what we do is, for example, we love going to Tops Diner in Newark. And what we'll do is if we want to have a waffle, or we want to have pancakes with the banana on it, or we want to have the granola French toast, we split it. We don't eat the whole thing. We share it. So we can both have what we like because we like them. We're not depriving ourselves of something that we really like.
But controlling it. Control. A lot of this is about control, really.
Yes.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
How often you have stuff, how much of it that you have, where you draw the line. Because I won't have the chili cheese fries. I might have some fries. I'm do some fries once a year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know when I've seen you even in this past year have fries.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
I'm due.
Oh.
I don't know when that's going to happen though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Another thing is just being at the table and do the pushback.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because the other thing, a lot of us we grew up, and what were we told?
Clean your plate.
Clean your plate. You had to eat everything on your plate.
That is a lie.
We're adults now. You don't live in your mama's house. He said, I hope you don't live in your mama's house. Well, my brother lives in my mama's house. But
he's not cleaning his plate anyway.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't eat that much. You do not have to clean your plate. It is up. I need a haircut too. But you can walk away from the table, put the food in the refrigerator. If you're out, do like we did. I didn't eat that whole big old omelet because that's the other thing. Portions going out to eat. In America,
they gave me 13 eggs.
In America, we got to eat for one person. They give you enough food for four. For one person.
Yes.
So don't eat all that food that's on your plate. Put it in your mind when you go to the restaurant.
Several meals. There you go.
Yes. You're going to box that up and you're going to bring it home and you're going to eat it as a leftover either at home.
Even healthy food has calories and oil and sodium and all of that. So.
Yep. You can eat even too much of healthy food.
Mm-hmm. You can OD on broccoli though. Just make sure the broccoli doesn't have anything on it.
Yes.
No salt, no butter.
That was things we wanted to make sure we get out there because we definitely noticed that people really suffer and have a hard time with the whole eating part because people enjoy their food and maybe enjoy a little bit too much food.
Yep.
And you scale back. And so when people ask me, how did you do it? everything we had in this conversation, that's how I
In
did
terms
it.
of the eating,
Kelly
yeah.
did it. She wasn't even trying. It was just us changing for me. And how much weight did you lose? Not even
I'm
trying.
not even sure. About 15 pounds?
15 pounds, not even trying.
15 pounds, maybe closer to 20 these days.
And you exercise, you try to get in a workout how many times a week?
Try to get 3. School messes that up, but school's out now, so I'll be able to get back into it.
Right, but
consistently. But yeah, at least once a week. And I try to get at least twice in the gym of cardio and some weightlifting.
All right, so before we sign off, we're going to say you don't have to deprive yourself, right?
Yes.
Have foods in moderation, both healthy and your treat.
Yep.
Okay. We also talked about portion size.
Portion size.
Keep those. Eat some now, save some for later. Okay.
And just be mindful.
Be mindful.
Think about what you're putting in your body all the time.
And that we are predisposed. We have different type of bodies.
Understand that it's going to for some people it's going to be very easy to keep the weight off. For the people, it's going to be an ongoing thing. Yeah.
All right. So for those of you who hung out with Kelly and I during this portion, if you want to leave some comments here, let people know. Maybe Kelly and I will do that a little bit more on this kind of thing. Let us know if you want us to do that. You guys have a great day. Kelly and I have to go finally unpack.
Yeah. We got people coming in a couple of weeks.
Deuces. All right. Take care, guys.